everything this Negro said on the stand was 100% accurate?
I have to study that.
And is there any way in the world the Buick that the defendants were driving made those tire tracks? Come on, you can say it's okay. I know.
Actually,
No. Thank you. No more questions. I call Sheriff Farley.
you may stand down now.
Left, stay left.
Sheriff, you realize
Sheriff Farley. Let me find out.
on a hunch. I took it upon myself to check out if there was any information on a 63 Pontiac Tempest stolen or abandoned. Its computer readout confirms that two boys who fit the defendant's description were arrested 2 days ago by Sheriff Tillman in Jackson County, Georgia.
Right.
Stolen metallic mint green 1963 Pontiac Tempest with the black convertible top, Michelin model XGV tire, size 75R 14.
That it?
No. A 357 Magnum revolver was found that day.
Sheriff Farley, just to refresh the court's memory, what caliber bullet was used to murder Jimmy Willis?
357 Magnum.
The defense.
Woo! I'll take it. I'll take it.
Mr. Potter. Your Honor, in light of Ms. Wilbur's testimony, the state like to dismiss all charges.
Get out of here by 3. Make sure all the days in the car.
I'm sorry to bring you down here any time. But there was I apologize. Whatever the circumstances. But you were great, and I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope you do it again soon.
Fine job, Mr. Gambino.
Ah!
I'll see. I'll see.
Oh, thank goodness. Crappy, but
Oh, no, listen. Take your time. Pick the right words. Get back to New York and get there.
Hey, you did a terrific job.
Thanks.
Now listen, I want you to know you got an open invitation anytime you want to come down here, and hell, we'll get a beer next time.
Okay. Excellent. I feel like they might be able to
come on.
Mr. Gambino. I owe you an apology, sir. I'm honored to shake your hand. We, sir. Your cordial manner made it rather unconventional. Like I said, you're one hell of a traveler.
Thank you. You're one hell of a judge. What the hell was that all about back there?
I had a friend sent us back to the judge, confirming very impressive legal stature of Jerry Hallow.
What friends you got in the first floor? My friend.
Young boy. So what's your problem?
My problem is I wanted to win my first case without any help from anybody.
Oh, fat. God. So
That is not possible. I want to in charge with Boston and plowing.
Oh, how many times did you say that spontaneous people
Right, first is spontaneous, but first is not romantic.
don't want me
Ben, Ben! Fast, take it easy. I got their 12s. Get that. I gotta get 12. Watch a little. Championship here. Ah, a little safety swing right in the middle there. Gosh, that stinks.
It happened this week. I don't know. I've been hitting it well, but it's always nice to see it happen on that hole too.
And your reaction, I mean, probably pretty good throw.
Yeah, I think a lot of people made fun of me the last time I made a hole in one in Vegas my rookie year. I didn't really get much of a reaction. I don't think anybody was early in the morning. Nobody was really out there. I think 17 at TPC there, and I guess I had to have a little bit more of a reaction this time. I had friends and my wife in the crowd, so I had to entertain them a little bit.
Ah, I pulled it again.
Come in the first round, Shane Lowry round 3 a year ago. Brandon, were you
Come on.
surprised that the 16
Get
balls
that lower, Brian.
than the 17?
I was, but, Paul points out, it makes a good point. It feels like there's no water or no wind when you're standing on the tee. Even when it's blowing 15 miles an hour, if you were watching when Hayden Buckley's golf ball went into the hole, the flag was limp. So it plays tricks with you. Even though your caddy's telling you it's blowing, and typically when pins are on the front, you're going to come up short. You come up short, there's a big stiff penalty.
11th ace all time at the 17th. Hayden Buckley, amazingly, he made birdie at 18, first to ever go 1-3 at 17 and 18. But unfortunately, he made 2 doubles on the inward 9.
I guess I need a little more, huh?
With 73 still. A great memory. Back with Warren in a moment, live from the Players.
I feel like every great sports team or duo, they have like a team identity or nickname. So what's ours going to be?
I know where you're going with this, Ricky. Our team color is not going to be orange.
You look amazing in orange.
Flush.
What should our team name be?
You know, I don't think it works like that.
Hey, wait up.
I was born here, I'm from here, and I'm never leaving here. I'm a New York hotel. Yeah, I'm tall. 563 feet, 2 inches. I'm on top of the world. I'm looking for someone who needs a weekend in the city, who likes being in the middle of it all. You're hungry? I know a place. And a few others nearby. It's the city that never sleeps. But hey, last place mine, I got you covered.
Maniac, you're on the T-box and there's a big scary water and you're pulling iron? No. What you need to do is you need to tee up dual stop. And you need to smack that Take it easy. Around the greens, it's all about feel. And dual stop, it's the softest golfing ball in the world. So whether you need to smack it low or land it soft, dual soft is the ball for you. That's it.
Think he's posting about all that ancient Roman coinage? No. He's making real-time money moves with Merrill. So no matter what the market's doing, he's ready.
Probably stupid,
and
but
that's how you collect coins.
Your money never stops working for you with Merrill, a Bank of America company.
GolfBalls.com is the world leader in customized golf balls. For a limited time, buy 3 dozen and get 1 free on TaylorMade TV5 or TV5X. Personalized free with your name, autograph, or custom laminate.
Stop.
The world leader in golf customization.
Killed it.
See the stars of tomorrow shine today. Golf's future headliners Drive, Chip, and Putt at the timeless Augusta National. The Drive, Chip, and Putt National Finals, Sunday, April 2nd on Golf Channel.
Much as you might like, you cannot take the reins for a ride at Churchill Downs, or take the wheel of an Indy car. But you could take a swing right here.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, let's go left.
Of course, you will have to answer for it. Every one of your buddies demanding to know, what'd you make at 17?
First one's in water.
Rinse 2 or 3. Do not leave until you find dry land. Shoot 120, but make par. Puff out your chest. Revel in the triumph. Imagine making an ace there.
No. Oh, there you go. Stop.
5 under through 10.
Take that little
And shot
nice
73.
treat kick there.
He's the guy who made the hole-in-one to kick off the 2023 players. As for Rory, his 7-hour board meeting last week had to be more fun than his 5-hour headache today. This golf course can make even the best look like an afterthought. It can twist you in knots.
At the beginning of the week, I thought I had an allergic reaction to the electrolytes. You know, if you don't have electrolytes, you get cramps, and then I got a cramp, so...
And chalk that up under the heading, things Ben Hogan never said. Hogan did, though, hit plenty of shots like this.
Fantastic shot from Morikawa.
I
And
left.
this.
Oh, this is good. Oh, yeah. This is good. Well, it sure doesn't look like it's the first time here.
Chad Ramey with
Oh,
a
yeah.
round 1 right-handed
Look at
draw
Riddle's
to
left.
superstar Thatcher. A shout-out from the 144 for the proponents of bigger fields and greater depth than ever before. But it's early. A lot of ways this could go. These elite professionals over the next 3 days having to answer for more than just what happens here. Though they know it could
Man,
well come down
kill
to that. One swing on one famous little hole. That was a fun opening round, that's for sure. scores. And if you're just a little bit off, as Rory was, you pay a price. The rough is fairly thick, but it's Chad Ramey. Well outside the top 200 in the world, no form coming in. Wife Kelly, they just had a baby.
Quick as you go up, quick as you go down.
Was the reason. More important things than a round of golf. The Morikawa we saw today looked every bit like the Morikawa. Won a couple of major championships.
Come on.
Keep an eye on Justin Suh. He comes back out tomorrow morning, 7:40 a.m. Eastern Time. 28 feet from Eagle at the 16th. Play suspended due to darkness. 21 players still have to complete the first round. Rich Lerner with Brandel Chambly and Paul McGinley. And Paul will start the 17th with Adam Svensson.
Yeah, how about this sort of putt? One of the few putts to guys who have to read it right from that side. It was a huge break on a lot of guys.
Made a one in Bermuda, round of 4 under 68.
All right, easy.
Yeah,
Come
this is
on.
a nice run, closing out his round. Birdie the 7th, and off he goes to the 8th, the difficult hole, Paul.
Yeah.
How about this? Unlikely. Come on. What a shot. And he would bury the 9th as well to close at 5 under.
That's not for a good round to finish your day.
But here's Justin Suh at the par 4-7.
I'm looking at watching this guy a little bit more now after the build-up you've given me on him and his stellar record over here as a college player. And you can see I got up to 1 under par. Pretty good there.
Yeah, this run from 7 through 12. Birdie the 7th, birdie the 8th. Didn't manage to birdie the par 5 9th, but catches a little fire here. Listen to this iron shot at the 10th. Played it perfectly, like a seasoned veteran.
It's great to see the young guys coming through, isn't it?
It is.
Storylines developing and you getting to know these players. It's a fun part of professional golf.
I mean, Suh was the 2022 Korn Ferry Tour Player of the Year. Brandel, former #1 ranked amateur in the world out of USC, so he's 5 under through 15 holes. In great position. Brandel, how about Colin Morikawa?
Yeah, this is just vintage Colin Morikawa stuff. This is what we got used to 2019, 2021. Since then, we haven't seen as many of these, although we've seen him hit some good iron shots, build some lead, stumble, not quite get the job done. Perhaps this is the week it all turns around for him.
5 under par. And now at this little par 4 fourth, this 89 yards.
Yeah, good distance control here because the distance he would have been aiming to hit was not at the flag, for fear of spinning it back in the water. And all the caddies would have given him an extra 6 or 7 yards as the actual yardage to play for. So very well judged.
Right.
More evidence of his return to
Darn it.
Birdie there to get to 6 under, and now at
Kick.
6th.
Yeah, good day on the greens. Not a great day, but a solid day. His share, this at the 6th.
Morikawa 7 under 65, and just tremendous display of ball striking. And here's Ramey at the par 3 17th.
Yeah, at this stage he had a great round running, and I thought he was just going to kind of coast in there with 2 safe pars and play for a bit of green there, but shows you the level of confidence that he talked about in his interview there and how relaxed he was, that, he still went on and kept pulling off the shots there. And what a shot he played into 17, and a brave shot into 17, sitting on so many under par at that stage, coming off the back of putts. So credit to him there. Good to see him at the top of the leaderboard, and again another story developing.
By the way, I don't think I need to say par 3 17. We all know that it's par 3.
125 yards and played over par.
Jeff, we're out. That group this morning, 1, 2, and 3 in the world was par the best. World #1 shot to 7.
Bottom of the club, but
he looked pretty good.
I'm not getting there anyway.
Didn't make a whole lot. Rory, on the other hand, really struggled with 76 today. Told Tom Lewis after he thinks he has 65 in him, and he may need something on that order to get back into the tournament. Cut over the last 10 years has averaged even par. Let's hear now from some of the front runners.
Coming off a pretty decent week at Bay Hill, I didn't think I was as close as I was to winning, but I only lost by 5. So against a field like that, that was one of the strongest fields I've competed against in professional.
Yeah.
So
Come on,
to gain confidence
ease
when I
up
was
into that
14,
thing.
I was sneaky in the bags, and so coming in here, it's the same field. It's the same players. It's just me versus the golf course. And if I play well, I know my name's going to be up there.
It gives me the confidence, and I mean, deep down, I believe I belong out here. I believe I can beat them. It's just, you know, a matter of, I guess, proving to everybody else that I can. But I mean, it's nice to see, you know, my name up there with them, because I did win an opposite field event. A win's a win in my book, so I'm not going to complain.
When I watched the highlights the last couple nights of, you know, Tiger in 2013, and, you know, all the highlights pretty much, I know it was a different time, but Tiger did a lot of, not many drives and a lot of 3-woods and 5-woods, so, you know, that kind of gave me confidence that I could do it today, and this week.
Drove it great. Don't think I missed the fairway, and see how much
Get in there.
I play from the short grass around here. And, I thought I managed my game very well. Didn't really leave myself in too many awkward spots around the greens. There's some holes where I know if you miss it left or miss it right, you're probably making bogey. So just played kind of safe and picked my spots where to be aggressive. But overall, yeah, it's a great start.
I'd say for the most part, all of 2023, I'm back to playing how I used to. I'm trying to enjoy it. I'd say this week, you know, what I found earlier this week, my swing hasn't looked this good probably since 2019 when I first came out. I mean, you know, I've played very well, you know, 2020, 2021. But position-wise, I just love where I'm at right now, and just freeing everything up, just allowing me to
Good
just look up at my target and hit the ball, and, you know, hopefully it goes where I want it.
Colin, part of the early wave and
no!
These winners, the majority coming from the wave that started
better
late round one and
right than left.
late the second round.
I mean, it's an incredible statistic, isn't it? I remember talking about this last year as well. It really is incredible. The only thing I can put it down to is that generally the scoring is better in the morning than it is in the afternoon anyway, because the sea breezes get up in the afternoon. And the only thing I can put it down to is the guys get off to a fast start, and then the guys coming out in the afternoon start chasing a little bit. And it's easy to make mistakes around this golf course when you start chasing. It's a golf course you need to pick apart and slowly be patient about it. You don't go gung-ho at it. That's the only thing that I can come to. I mean, Bramwell, you might have a deeper delve than that, but I can just see it as psychological.
Look, I tried to chew on that all afternoon. Other than the fact that was an ad for putting the higher ranked players out later on Friday to gain some momentum, and just by virtue of that little bias. But you know, maybe it's as simple as they get a little sleep going into the weekend. You know, they show up Friday, they're well rested. I was about to say it was like flipping a coin 15 times and having it turn up heads 13 times. I would want to flip a coin. I think it'd be a little bit weighted. But I'd like to see this 30 years down the road and see if it evens out. I want to say it's coincidence, but 13 out of 15 is just too much.
Yeah. Paul, last night we talked about the signature hole behind the focus at the 17, but you made it a point to show us just how strong the other par threes are here, particularly the 8th hole. What do you have for us there?
Yeah, they are. You know, I love the par threes, particularly 13. That's my favorite. But yeah, you know, the 8th hole today played difficult with this east wind that made the 8th hole play directly into it. It was just under 230 yards today, but interestingly, it was over on the right-hand side, and that pin was hidden. And you know, it was statistically the second most difficult hole on the golf course today. And I'm just going to give a few examples here on how to play the hole and the importance of course management. Because, as I say, this pin position was really well defended here. First out, we got Jon Rahm, and you know, you would think as a fader of the ball and his stellar arm play that this would be a pin that he could, you know, aim it at the middle of the green and leak it towards the flag. But, you know, overdoing it there and left himself in a very, very difficult spot there because he was pitching onto a downslope from there. Now, this was one of the best shots of the day. But the reason why the scoring was so difficult was, as I say, this pin was defended. There's a big knuckle just short of the flag. Justin Thomas hit that knuckle, and we saw earlier how he hit a great second shot onto 11 and went onto 3-putt. He actually 3-putted this one as well after a brilliant iron shot in as well because it was so fast down that hill. Now, we talk about course management a lot. And, you know, the thing about this golf course is you got to pick your fights. You got to pick the holes you attack and you don't attack. With this pin position, you didn't attack. And I love this shot here of Scotty Scheffler today. You know, not often you see these guys hit it into 40 feet. Scotty hit it into 40 feet there, safe part of the green. It was a cozy two-putt, and he used to go on there, and you pick your battles, and you pick the holes, and you pick the flags to really take on. That wasn't one of them, and I loved the course management that Scotty Scheffler showed there.
And you can see in the late wave, it's almost a shot harder than in the early wave. 18 toughest to this point. The second hardest, 16, as is almost always the case, the easiest. And the scoring average to this point, again, round one not finished, 72.76. The leader, Brando, Chad Ramey, is 225 in the world. What does history tell us at the players about relative long shots?
Well, first of all, you can take advantage of these alternate events. You can take advantage of these going forward, not designated events, to parlay them into the biggest stage in golf. If we go back and just take a look at Chad Ramey and how he got here, first of all, I have to go back to 2022 Punta Cana, and this was a heck of a clutch performance. I mean, talk about trying to change it up. He was in a nice battle back and forth between Ben Martin and Alex Smalley, and he birdies, talking about Chad Ramey now, he birdies 14, 15, 16, and 17. You know, trying to win your first PGA Tour event, to birdie 4 holes in a row on the back nine on Sunday tells you that this man can handle the heat, so to speak. So now he's center stage, and what we saw today was the most epic putting round in the history of the players thus far. I mean, okay, round number one's not in the books yet, but you've never seen anybody pick up this many strokes on the greens. He doesn't make this putt at the 18th hole, but it's some 67 feet away, and okay, maybe this isn't the lag equal to Kurt Kitayama of last week, but it was pretty darn good when you consider all of the adrenaline that must have been running through his body. When we take a look at the graphic, there it is, 140 feet, and it is the most strokes gained
just a couple
anybody
feet
going back
short.
to 2004 at the Players Championship. And you know, when you start to look at this golf course and how unpredictable it is at producing winners, you can't help but think, okay, he's 225th in the world. What is the lowest ranked players to ever win here? You go back and, well, here we go. That's the graphic that I was talking about, the most strokes gained putting. Brett Quigley, who is one heck of a putter and is doing a nice job out on the PGA Tour Champions Tour. No Nikki Flack getting around. These are top-notch putters right there, the lot of them. But again, off the tee, if we compare it to Siwoo Kim, who came in here at
I need a little more.
In strokes gained total, and just caught everybody off guard. Now, he was 78th in the world ranked, and Chad Ramey is 225th. You go back to 2002, and Craig Perks was 203rd in the world. So this golf course gives you some bizarre winners, sort of coming out of nowhere from time to time. But the thing about Chad Ramey is he's not a long hitter, and this isn't a long golf course. You don't have to hit it long off the tee. But because the rough is so thick, you are held accountable for the wide miss here. He has very narrow misses, even for somebody who doesn't have the power that he has. So he can sort of pick this golf course apart. Who knows? Maybe he hangs around and hangs around and hangs around, and fate will smile.
Bought himself some room for a couple of mistakes, which are inevitable on this golf course. 8 under's taking it deep on round one. Good for Chad Ramey. He's leading for the moment. Again, 21 players still have to come back out Friday morning to finish the first round. How about Victor Hovland? Good start. He's tied for 12th after 3 under 69. And Xander Schauffele being mentioned. Rocky start, but he fought hard to get himself back in the picture. Some of the notables when we come back.
60. Too easy.
I don't see the difference, see you?
Well, blowing by.
Get the exact same coverage as the nation's leading carrier, starting at $20. Consumer Cellular.
For
Such
businesses
an
of all
easy hole.
sizes, there are a lot of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. When you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose a next-generation 10G network that's always improving, getting faster, more reliable,
That was
more
terrible.
intelligent to keep you ready for today and tomorrow. The choice is clear. Make your business future-ready with the network from the most innovative company, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
This is Corona Premier. Just 90 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. It's a light beer that... Wait, this is a light beer? But we should really tell people about... Right, that's why I'm here. Sorry. Corona Premier, unexpectedly, light beer.
Breakfast the anticipated, the glorious chaos we call the Premier League. The Premier League is on USA. The biggest clubs, the global boss, the Premier League, the best players.
Almost. Disaster bogey.
It's not just a game, it's life. This is the Premier League. Bournemouth, Liverpool on USA.
The Golf Now app is the fastest, easiest way to go play. With the app, you can instantly book tee times 24/7 at over 9,000 great courses. And with an easy-to-use search and detailed information about each course, you'll find the right place to play and the right tee time every time. Then, check in from your phone and head straight to the first tee. It's the one golf app that does it all. Download the free app.
Sit.
Golf Now. Go play.
This place is
The Mushroom Kingdom!
Hello.
Your brother is landed in the Darklands. They're under Bowser's control.
A mustachioed human has arrived in the Mushroom Kingdom. Do you know him?
Do you think I know every human being with a mustache wearing an identical outfit with a letter of his first name on it? Because I don't.
Rated PG.
Opening round of the 49th edition of the Players' Championship. Those greenkeeping staff working hard to maintain those perfect scoring conditions that we saw today in round one as Pete Dye Stadium, of course, continues to push the world's best to the limit. Anna Jackson with you once again on this Thursday evening, live from our Golf Channel studios, as this week is boasting 23 of the top 25 players in the world, 9 of the world's top 10. So let's check out some of the highlights from today's biggest names, starting with world number 6, Xander Schauffele. Now, he was 4 over par when he stepped onto the tee at 11. This was him for eagle, trying to turn things around. How about that? Would make that ultimately finishing his day at even par. An unfortunate double bogey on the 5th. Managed to steady the ship there. Made just one cut at this event back in 2018. Tom Hoffman now. Here he is on 14, his second, finding some trouble there off the tee. But this, believe it or not, was the start of a great stretch of golf for him.
Easy, stop, turn left.
He would ultimately make birdie there to move back to even par. So now moving up on to the 15th, the par 4, his look at birdie once again.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Looking
Can't wait
good,
to
he
get
would
rid
make
of
that
this.
comfortably, moves to 1 under par for the first time of the day. Now on to the par 4, 18th, one of the hardest closing holes in the game. This for the putter comes alive for the 25-year-old Norwegian. 3 starts here at the Players, finishing his day at 3 under par. Well, how about 4-time PGA Tour winner Sam Burns now here on the par 3 third for birdie. And would make that after a birdie on the 2nd as well, and that would put him at 2 under now. He did make bogey on 4 and 6, birdies on 9 and 11. This on 13, his tee shot on the par 3.
Oh, he need more than that.
Would nestle that up nicely to 6 feet
Yeah.
where he would convert the birdie.
Downhill
Finish
for a
his
run.
day at 4 under par. So let's take a look at the marquee groupings for Friday, presented by Rolex. Sam Burns there in that group alongside Rookie of the Year Cameron Young and Sahith Theegala, all heading into tomorrow's round under par at 8:07 a.m. Eastern. Now, this was one of the favourite groupings of the day. Max Homa, Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth, the only member of that group to go under par today, the 2021 champion. Justin Thomas sitting at 1 over. Max Homa at even
Bad bogey.
7:56 a.m. Eastern.
Hard
And then
bogey.
heading out in that afternoon wave tomorrow, Colin Morikawa, fantastic day for him.
Yeah.
7 under par as he looks to add a Players' Championship to his resume. He's out alongside two guys who have already done that, Adam Scott and Ricky Fowler, both at even par. And finally, looking at this final marquee grouping, 12:56 p.m. Eastern, world's number 1, 2 and 3. All eyes on Rory McIlroy. Can he turn that opening round of 4 over 76 and try and make it through to the weekend? Love it or hate it, the par 3 17th will linger in the mind of all 144 players in the field tonight. The famed 17
At Grant Thornton, we know modern business demands a fresh perspective, which is why we're more than an audit, tax, and advisory firm. We're part of a global member network of 60,000 employees in 130 countries. People committed to quality who listen, learn, and truly care about your business. So you're always ready to turn challenges into opportunities. Ready to see what you've been missing? Visit GT.com.
Right. Right. Again.
Where people start work with a smile on their face.
Make your fairy tale workplace a reality with HR software from UKG.
That's far. So much forgiveness. Wait, did you say forgiveness like far? Or forgiveness like forgiveness? Forgiveness. For. Forgiveness. Forgiveness.
I'm hearing far.
Forgiveness. Like forgiveness. Forgiveness? Forgiveness.
I'm still hearing far, but whatever.
Introducing Stealth 2 with more carbon for more forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Just hit it.
Keep the excitement of the NBA season rolling with FanDuel. Right now, new customers can get 10 times your first bet in bonus bets. That's up to $200, win or lose. So bet on everything from spreads to same game. Parlays, and when you win, you can get paid instantly. Now that's truly a thing of beauty. Make every moment more with FanDuel. New customers get 10 times your first bet in bonus bets, win or lose. There's the science of the game. There's the philosophy. Then there's the feel. You weigh 30 unique muscles, 27 bones. Become 10 fingers. 2 palms, and the perfect grip. It's about connection. When the connection feels
Much.
you're in complete control. It all starts right here. Win grips for the feel of the game.
We got the house! Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Boy, this was tough to watch, Paul. Aaron Wise came to the 18th tee today. He was 2 over for his round and went sideways here off the tee. This number 2 in the water, and he's not done.
It's so easily done, you know. The wind off the right-hand side. The eye line is giving you a right to left shape, and it's just so easy to just get a little bit quick down the bottom, shut that face down a bit, starts up left, and watery grave destined for those. So it's so easily done. You're trying to be brave, you don't want to bail out right. Obviously, you try to play a different shape and you fade it into position, and then that's what happens. Goes too far the other way, you're got tree trouble, but at least you shouldn't be taking 7 or 8 from there, or even 10.
Rather disappointing tuple bogey in a round of 80 for Aaron Wise. What's the biggest number you made?
Well, I made a 10 on hole 4. I've done it, and I was playing with the leader of the tournament at the time, so they were all on TV.
Wonderful. Third double-digit score of 118 players' history. Lahiri made 10 in 2017. Andre Schultz, 11 in 2005. Apologies, Otterbahn.
Bad.
Kevin Kisner at 17. Nearly won this championship a few years back.
He did, 2015 in that playoff with Ricky Fowler. Ricky Fowler just kept making 2 here. It's amazing when you see the shot graphs, shot trails, the front pins, how often even the best players in the world come up short.
Yeah. You know what I love about this hole? It's a window into the soul. It's a window into the soul of a player. Where's their confidence? Where's their bravery? Where's their shot-making skills? Are they
Wow, that would have been nice.
It really does test you mentally more than any other shot on the golf course, and particularly in the heat of battle when it comes to something. It really does give you a glimpse into where a guy is.
And so Kraft made 8. Callum Tarrant right there, 44-footer. He makes 2. Nick Watney this putt for double bogey. I mean, a lot happened on a 125-yard hole today.
Right? Just goes hockey. He had
All or
gone
nothing.
28 rounds in a row without hitting a golf ball in the
All
wall.
or nothing.
And
Who's
actually,
that?
At the time, was the only player I saw that had missed it long to that front pin.
Watney quad.
Was this a brave or foolish shot here, considering how many under par he was playing this hole at 7 under par?
Alright, come on, go in.
He was playing to
Ooh!
beyond the pin, so I think that was
Sit down. Where are you going? What are you doing?
wonderful shot. I mean, you've got to play 8-10 yards past that pin, and it turned out perfect.
Well, it certainly was. It showed that he was in the moment, and it showed that his confidence was there, and he didn't flinch. That's what I liked about it. And Hayden Buckley didn't flinch. What an execution this was. That was the perfect shot in there. As you say, the correct yardage was 7 or 8 yards past.
Oh, what?
You play for the flag. You play
What
for the
a
target.
robbery.
Hope that happens.
What if you got the hat back? I went Arnold Palmer, 1960 U.S. Open on us there.
And now the ball chart, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see, as the wind comes up, we're going to see different what shots. I mean, probably the easiest pin today, you would say, Bramble, on the green, in that front corner, maybe front left.
Front left, I would think would be a little bit easier. I think front left would play under par.
Yeah, and you know, the wind's going to rotate. We've talked about that. It's going to come into more as we get towards the weekend.
Oh,
It's
that.
going to be playing dead in on one of the days, and so we've a lot to look forward to in terms of drama on this hole.
Back left, round number 2, hole location. And 21 players will be out starting at 7:40 tomorrow morning to finish round 1, including Justin Suh, who has a 28-footer at 16, but will make his first full swing of the day. 125-yard hole, and then they'll reset for round number 2. 16 balls in the water there. Holy. Some promising young talent from Australia. We traveled there. We have a bit more on one of the exciting young talents in the game when we come back live from the players.
We could all use a little support, especially when it comes to our health. That's why Optum connects you with the care you need for your whole health, body and mind, every step of the way. Optum.
Outperformed to
Sit down, sit down.
beating my former self. Being the best and having an approach that leaves no stone unturned.
Making those little incremental improvements. Just try to get a little
Hey,
bit better
30
each day.
feet all day long.
To outperform, I think, is to outwork people. And that's why I play Titleist. It's the best there is. Period.
That's really funny. I didn't get that. Oh, buddy, you need a hug. You also need Consumer Cellular. Get the exact same coverage as the nation's leading carriers and 100% U.S.-based customer support starting at $20. Consumer Cellular.
Alright, round 1 done.
Magical place. Where people start work with
No
a smile
puff.
on their face.
Make you a fairy tale workplace.